Guys, our friends at Geologie are celebrating their 5-year anniversary, and they're doing it with their biggest offer ever. Geologie is a 24-time award-winning skin, hair, and body care company that creates simple and effective skincare and hair care routines customized just for you. All of their products are made with scientifically proven ingredients trusted by dermatologists and cosmetic chemists. I have been pairing the Deep Jasmine and Clove Hannah Super Clean Body Wash with the natural deodorant in the same scent, and I smell amazing. I've gotten a lot of compliments, and I'll tell you what, it's been simple. You take a 30-second diagnostics quiz, and their team of dermatologists will design a personalized routine that is shipped directly to your door. Right now, for a limited time, they are hooking you up with an absolute insane offer. Use my code CHAEL70 or scan the QR code on the screen, and they will give you an exclusive 70% off their award-winning skincare trial set. On top of that, you can get 30% on the add-on products of your choice when you add it to your trial. This is one of the best offers you will ever see. Get it before it's gone. Head to Geologie.com to level up your hygiene routine, or just click on the link below. Israel Adesanya does not care if you don't like him. Now, isn't that interesting, though? Isn't that interesting? Because he is amongst the most beloved characters in the history of MMA. If Conor McGregor was not seeking an active, unarmed combatant license, Israel Adesanya would be the biggest star in MMA. And he's right there. Right there, going to Australia on a brand new TV deal. They went and grabbed him. I mean, just to explain for you, this is the second time. They did a 57,000 live gate attendance. It's the record. And nothing even touches it. They grabbed him. Just for example, this is how big this guy is. Why is he over? How is this famous video game character, rich, world-renowned athlete, remain a man of the people? How does he do that? How can he get in the ring and yell at somebody and have the crowd cheer for him? That's what the bad guy would do. How does he keep remaining a good guy? It's a fascinating thing, but one part of it is he does not care if you don't like him. He is not performing. He is authentic. I don't know that Nick and Nate Diaz were overly these nice guys, or at least appeared to, right? I mean, the people that knew him, I'm talking about that this was the character and the marketing they brought forward, but they were real. And there's something about that. Here's what Israel did, okay? Sean Strickland has done what Sean Strickland does, right? Sean Strickland, I don't want you guys to miss this fight, man. Sean Strickland can get down. Like, don't make for a second that Sean Strickland can't go with Israel. I mean, I'm really bringing this to you. Let's set that aside for just a moment. Sean Strickland did what Sean Strickland does, and he went out and he was talking about Israel Adesanya. Apparently, Izzy likes cartoons. I follow Izzy, and I didn't know that. And Sean Strickland says, I'm not losing to a guy who watches cartoons and paints his fingernails. So Adesanya heard about this, and he referred to Sean Strickland as an idiot. But he then said, I'm going to paint my fingernails, and I'm going to use one of them hands to knock him out. And this isn't the first time somebody teased Izzy for having frosted tips. Now, again, I follow Izzy, and I just don't remember. I don't ever remember him frosting his tips. But he did say, I'm going to frost my tips. I'm going to go knock this guy out. You want to know what that reminds me of, by the way? Jack Johnson. Are you guys aware of who Jack Johnson is? I mean, allow me to hold class in session, because this will be a tremendous treat for you if you don't know. Jack Johnson is believed by the guys that you believe to be the greatest boxers of all time. They believe it's Jack Johnson. If you go ask Mike Tyson right now, who is the greatest boxer ever? Most people that ask Mike Tyson that question will feed him the answer. Is it Muhammad Ali? And a lot of times Mike will say yes, but if you don't feed him the answer and you let him just speak freely, he will tell you, no, it's Jack Johnson. It's not Foreman, it's not Holmes, it's not me, it's not Fury. It's not Muhammad Ali, and that's blasphemy, right? It's Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson fought at the turn of the century when white men were dominating boxing, and Jack Johnson comes in, and this is where you still have these massive racial tensions, and they tell him, the Klan tells him, if you beat this white man, we're going to go and kill your black brothers. That's a quote. And Jack Johnson said, then go kill him because I'm going to knock this white man out. And then he did. This was a time when a black man couldn't marry a white woman. Jack Johnson married 3 of them. At one time, he took her on a honeymoon. He drove across the state line, which was a federal law. A black man could not take a white woman out of state. It was a federal crime. They went and arrested him. He did it again. Jack Johnson, he didn't care about nothing. He would be in the ring. There would be Klan members outside the ring. He would be taunting them while beating up this white guy. Clayton Hires told me all about Jack Johnson. Said he was the toughest guy ever because nothing could rattle him. Not only was he physically superior, nothing could rattle him. Guys, I'm seeing Jack Johnson-esque within Adesanya. He does not care. Whatever it is you're going to do, whatever the punishment is, wherever this takes me, I'm going to beat this man tonight. And we believe him. He's not joking. He's not joking around. It's a fascinating thing. It really is. The rise of Adesanya is almost like nothing I've ever seen. Michael Bisping has earned the right to an opinion as much as anybody that's ever done the sport. And Michael Bisping called Adesanya's fight against Marvin Vettori. That was Adesanya's first fight. And it was close. As a matter of fact, it was a split decision. It was a split decision, and angry Marvin came out because he thought he should have won that decision. I don't know that Marvin's wrong. It was a close fight. And what Marvin had discovered is if you take Israel Adesanya down, you can keep him there. And that shouldn't come as a big surprise when you have a tall, skinny kickboxer from New Zealand who's never had a wrestling match. That shouldn't come as a surprise. But Marvin wasn't like Joe Wrestle himself. One judge thought that he won the fight. And you want to know what? One announcer did too, and that announcer's named Michael Bisping. And I'm not sure that they're wrong. It was a really close match. But now we know how to beat Adesanya. That's my only point. We'll skip over his next fight. Fast forward to the one after that. Because now he's locked in there with Brunson, who does have a wrestling single and does know how to wrestle. It never even hit the ground. Never even hit the ground. And then, I don't know if it was the next fight, I'd need a timeline, but somewhere in the very near future was Kelvin Gastelum. Another guy who can wrestle, and Kelvin took him down. Izzy not only got up one time, Izzy threw up a triangle that it looked like he was going to get, but this was the progression. We see right away how to beat this guy. Take him down and keep him there. He's not going to get any better. Come on, he's fighting in 3 months. He's not going to get any better. He might get a better idea. He might get a little better training. He's not going to get him. Nobody gets better in 3 months. Well, he did it with real little bites. He didn't solve the wrestling problem for his next fight. He just found a way to get up off the bottom. He found a way to deal with his wrestling problem. And then you move a little bit forward, and all of a sudden you can't take him down. And then you move a little bit forward, and you're in there with Yoel Romero. Now you got a skinny kickboxer from New Zealand taking on an Olympic medalist wrestler from Cuba. 25 minutes, he couldn't take him down. Don't think you need to correct me and tell me there was a takedown. I'm well aware. But you get my point. In 25 minutes, if he got him down one time, I mean, a broad stroke here, he couldn't take him down. And watching those progressions from Adesanya was something else. I mean, it really was. It was an amazing thing. And I remember when Machida got his run in the sport. Ed Soros goes out and he makes a whole bunch of t-shirts of which he sells them all. And all it says, it's got Machida's face on it, and it simply says, karate is back. Everybody was wearing these, man. They were so proud. There was this entire market that thought this sport was moving on without them. And Machida grabbed them all and brought them back. And I just know that feeling because I had no idea that wrestling was a skill or a martial art. Dan Severn did that for us. What Machida did for karate, Dan Severn did for us wrestlers. Man, we start walking the hallways with our chest out a little bit. It was a very cool moment. Israel Adesanya did that for kickboxing. He didn't quite get the same credit, but he did it. Had Izzy not taken this risk and come over here, you don't know who Alex Pierre is, because Alex Pierre would not have come over. Izzy inspired. Even if it was a rival and an enemy, he inspired. He did not care. He did it his own way. You want to go have some fun? You want to go down a rabbit hole? You go look up Jack Johnson. I did my best to give you a real quick version. You go look up Jack Johnson, and you are going to see Israel Adesanya